All right, let's get into the top first-round targets for the Green Bay Packers here, Tom. And in terms of needs for them, you're looking at outside linebacker, perhaps guard?
Yeah, outside linebacker, that edge rusher role is a big need for them. There should be one of Harold Landry and Marcus Davenport on the board. Guard, I think they could use one more guy, but they might spend a late-round pick or just try and get Jason Spriggs over there full-time. Cornerback, still an area of need. I think this is kind of the floor for one Denzel Ward. Receiver is going to be, I think, a day 2 pick maybe. You could go for an inside linebacker, but Packers typically haven't valued that highly enough.
All right, so with that, let's take a look at Harold Landry. I'm wondering if number 14 is Landry kind of range here, Tom. And, you know, it could be Davenport range as well, but what do you make of him?
I think that this should be Harold Landry's floor. If the Packers don't take Landry, it better because Denzel Ward was their pick, or Minkah Fitzpatrick, or someone a better defensive player, because they should not take a different edge rusher over Harold Landry. He'd be a great fit for Green Bay, a strong option on the outside, coming in off the edge. Yes, you've got Nick Perry, never played in all 16 games. Clay Matthews is aging. Yeah, they spent a mid-round pick on Vince Beagle. He is a number 3, number 2 edge rusher. With Nick Perry always hurt, with Clay Matthews aging, edge rusher is a need for Green Bay. That also brings us to Marcus Davenport. If Landry's gone, Davenport seems to be the fun pick for Green Bay and the very popular mocked pick. And I think it makes some sense. He can come in as a third on edge rusher early. He's still a little rough around the edges, but the upside is there. I mostly saw him win because he was bigger, stronger, faster than the guys UTSA played against. So that's a concern for me, but I think he makes sense at 14. That's kind of the opening of the window for Davenport as far as I'm concerned.
And then you got Minkah Fitzpatrick, one of the more Swiss Army knife kind of players out there among the prospects, and I like to call him kind of part of that modern-day NFL defensive back, where you can utilize him in many different spots.
Can play strong or free safety, can play corner, both outside and nickel. I don't think he's there, but I could see a scenario where maybe Lamar Jackson, someone trades up for them, or there are 5 QBs in the first 12 picks, and then you do see somebody slide. Maybe the linebackers go off the board, and Landry goes as well potentially, and then Fitzpatrick slides. I don't think it's all that likely, but it would be, I think, a dream scenario for Green Bay. They drafted Josh Jones last year. Clinton Dix had his issues in Week 17 in particular, kind of quit down the stretch. That's a concern there. So I could see a scenario with Packers go safety. I don't think it's that likely, though. He's definitely the least likely of these 5 guys we discussed.
And the Packers dealt with a lot of injuries in that back end last year, and Devon House wasn't very good. Kevin King in his rookie campaign was not very good either. Maybe you look at Denzel Ward here for Green Bay.
If he's on the board, I think he's the pick, actually. Because, yes, you spent a second-round pick on Kevin King. Yeah, you brought in Sherman Williams. You re-signed House as well. Quentin Rollins has been hurt lately, didn't have the same breakout year that we thought he was going to have after a really, really good first year.
Yep.
If Ward's on the board, he's the pick for me. Pencil him in, get him in as an outside or as a slot corner. Rollins was a disappointment. They traded away Randall. The clearing of Randall, getting him off the roster, I think increased the chance the Packers go cornerback if there's one available that they like.
All right, call me biased for the tall, lean, ball skill kind of corners out there, but I love Josh Jackson, and this could be prime Josh Jackson kind of territory here.
This is the earliest I think I see him going. If the Packers don't want to go edge, if they want a lanky, long corner to fit with Kevin King, if they want 2 of those guys, that's kind of what Josh Jackson's mold is, though he's not quite the athlete that King is. That could make some sense. I don't think it's Jackson. I do feel pretty good that the Packers are going to go edge rusher or Denzel Ward at number 14 because I think one of those guys will be there for them.
All right, so the top first-round targets for the NFL draft and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the list. Harold Landry, Marcus Davenport, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Denzel Ward, and Josh Jackson. So a lot of defensive help there for the Green Bay Packers.